Y'all want to know something, man? Just to get an extra explanation, I talk about this all the time. Like I talk about it so much, especially on my gaming channel. You already know, and I call myself the young broke god. Like it's not a shot at myself. I understand. I'm a content creator, and I'm a creative brain. That's what I'm trying to say. I was about to say a creator brain. I'm a creative brain. So this is the type of stuff that happens when you're trying to get into content creation, and while you're doing content creation, this is why I call myself the young broke god. But I just want y'all to listen to this. Why most smart people are poor.
Lower the IQ, the more money they make.
Explain that.
Guys like yourself.
Yeah, how come I can be successful then?
Okay, well, you could be a lot more successful if you had 30 points less IQ. So you're an engineer, you get trained to be analytical. If you make a mistake, if you're building a bridge, you're building a rocket ship or whatever, a lot of people are gonna die. So you're trained to be safe.
Train us to be risk averse.
Correct, and trained to spreadsheet things to death. Overanalyze it, paralysis by analysis.
Which means you don't have to pull the trigger,
Correct.
you can just analyze it all day.
You think of all the possible permutations, all the possibilities of what can go wrong. If you do that enough, you'll come up with enough reasons not to do it at all. Taking action isn't doing a spreadsheet. Taking action isn't listening to a podcast. Taking action is not reading a book. Taking action is actually taking action.
What's up with everybody, man? It's Red Dragon in the building. Know it's been a minute since I came over here, but once again, I'm getting stuff orchestrated as far as, you know, the look of this channel, where I'm filming at, etc., etc. A lot of, you know, little remodeling type stuff going on in my creative space where I got going on right now. But without further ado, just probably let's hop in straight into the video. One of the reasons why I want to make this video, because I was conversating with a friend. As always, usually how these type of content topics usually come up for me. It's usually out of a conversation I think about, or some stuff I wasn't really gonna speak on or talk about, but wind up like, you know what, why not, you know? So the main thing is this. I want to talk about, for a split second, I spoke with somebody like, yeah, I'm gonna probably actually drop a podcast on, the hour-long podcast on it, to go more deeper in depth. But I have noticed this thing right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and let the Crimson Cure, which is, you know, obviously she's you know, good YouTuber, whatever case may be, and she goes more into, she pretty much talk a lot about black women specifically. I guess women topics in general is kind of that kind of space, almost manospheres type of thing. Not saying that's what she is. She pretty much, you know, got her attention directed on women, but specifically black women in general. And I think she make a lot of good points. And I'm bringing this up because I have something to expound on from what she said. There was an incident that I've experienced personally, exactly from what she's saying, and then there's been a couple other incidences that's kind of like I've experienced as well, but not as down to the T, if that makes sense. But there's one incident from what she said was like, yeah, this, like, it's almost like she seen the motherfucker I talked to before, and she just broke that shit down. But without further ado, I'm gonna let her go ahead and explain, you know, show y'all her short, and then I'm gonna go ahead and come back in with some more explanations on that.
That is what black women consider to be prize-worthy with themselves. They have a combination of those attributes: being attractive physically, having some type of money. This is why they'll brag about what type of money or whatever, whether it's true or not. Having some type of, you know, being in their teens, being in their 20s. Some of them think it extends to their 30s. It don't. And also their ability to attract men for and for fleeing. That is the criteria of the modern black woman, the hyena, thinking that she's prize-worthy if she has those things. But the problem is that none of that stuff that I just said are internal qualities that define or declare who a woman is or what she's about.
So mainly from what that whole thing that she said is like, it's 100% like true. I experienced somebody pretty much telling me on the guidelines of, well, and I'm trying to make sure, because obviously I don't want to seem like I'm shooting shots for clout, nothing like that. Obviously 9 times out of 10 she ain't gonna be able to see this because she don't follow me, or claim she don't follow me, but you never know. Anyways, I'm about to speak on it just because it's the real deal. I've experienced a motherfucker really telling me that they get more views slash interactions on their content based off of a Facebook story. And I'm just like, is you sure about that? And my whole thing was this. I'm going straight into the whole she had this whole vibe about her, like, look, you know, I'm getting this amount of attention, this amount of thing. You've been doing YouTube for this amount of time. Why haven't you exploded into this flower that you're trying to, you know, technically, you know, how any YouTuber / content creator want to go into. So, and my whole thing was this. I've never pretty much spoken on the fact, like I said, I'm gonna go way deeper in depth on my podcast. Once again, it's Dragonfire podcast on Spotify and Apple Tunes, iTunes. If y'all care / listen to podcasts, if y'all don't worry about it. It's just something I'm putting out there for the podcasters on deck. But yeah, I'm gonna go deeper in depth. But yeah, when she said that, I was just sitting here like, I've never spoke on how many times I've restarted my YouTube journey, how many times I've stopped / been inconsistent on YouTube, which if y'all subscribe to this channel, then you know, you can see that clearly. I'd be 3 months here a post, kind of like this. And mainly, heavily, that is to do with what I personally feel like it's like I don't want to really call it a content curse, but more of somebody that's really passionate about content creation versus somebody that's like, I don't care, I'm just throwing anything up. I'm not a throw anything up type of dude. So I like my videos to look a certain way. If you're from my gaming community, then you know I like contrasty ass videos. This video is not as contrasty, but this is still contrasty as fuck on the contrast spectrum, meaning like I like more shades of darkness in my videos versus just this nice bright ass scene. I know we all different, it's just in general as content creators, but I'm one of them content creators that I got a lot of symbol. I'm deep into symbolism. And if you're a follower of mine, you already know this, but I'm just saying it just in case somebody new stumble across this. And yeah, so yeah, long story short, it's like I've restarted my journey plenty of times, all that kind of stuff, because I'm a perfectionist. That's what I was about to try to make. I'm more of a perfectionist. I don't like just throwing anything up for the sake of throwing anything up. And on top of that, I like to make sure that my shit is pretty much as top quality as possible from my end and what I can do. And then which bring back into why I pretty much start over my journey so much. I do have a main channel. Obviously, a lot of people are, not a lot, I'm not trying to say it like that. Mainly my community I consider is a lot of people, but it's not like a lot of people is like viral. It's not, you know, no hundreds of thousands. It's not even 100 people, but I'm just saying. But yeah, people know about my main channel, and my main channel technically started off as my original vlog channel. That's really what it was. I started deep diving into different content based off of me being in the filmmaking. Once again, I spoke about this in bits and pieces all over, so some people might already heard me say certain things and like, okay, I remember him saying something like that on these lines. But to go back into what the Crimson Cure was pretty much what she's talking about is, I feel like and once again, I ain't gonna just put it on black women specifically, but I deal with black women specifically, and that's just what it is. And I've definitely heard that before. And I'm, like I told you, I'm gonna wind up reaching into that space of, I just really don't like to say like just manosphere stuff. I'm not trying to be like no coach. Y'all know this is the archive, or the whole point of this channel right now, Red Dragon Archive. We deep dive into everything. You know, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I like to deep dive once again. And then sexually, wow. Secondly, I'm an intellectual. So some intellectual topics have nothing to do with symbology or you know, anything like that, but this is one of them topics I feel like on an intellectual level I can deep dive in. I do plan on having more other different type of content based around this, because it's one thing that's true dear to my heart. And over here, this is an awareness channel at the end of the day, so there's no stamp on this channel, and that's my whole point, how I messed up with my main channel. My main channel had a stamp technically, and it wasn't really a real stamp, because when I first got into YouTube, it didn't have anything to do with the actual niche. I was just vlogging. Firstly, started off doing silly little videos, goofy videos. I'm not a goofy person, like trying to be funny, but I was doing goofy stuff because I like to look at it, and I think that was funny to me. Posted it on YouTube, started a YouTube channel. Long story short, got into vlogging. Vlogging then turns into me recording dances and parties and shit like that in my younger years. This is 10 years ago, by the way, y'all. So it started turning into that. That turns into, you know, looking at like really want to go into the space of dancing YouTube. And then I came back to my original roots of vlogging YouTube. So then it's like I'm vlogging and you see dances and parties pop up here. Then you see me like vlogging regularly over here, which is the birth of Red Dragon Afterlife as a playlist on my main channel. And my main channel is a dead channel because I don't upload there no more unless I'm test uploading videos. Long story short, once again, I'll go into that. But yeah, mainly the one thing I am going to say on that is just I wind up start making all different kind of content. I start also going from vlogs into doing shit like how I'm doing now, talking heads, which is in filmmaking. It's pretty much this is what you see, the top piece of a person talking. This is a talking head. If you was doing any type of interview or any type of filmmaking shit like that, they'd be like, okay, this is a talking head type of scene. And then obviously I don't cut to give you different angles. You know, I'm not all the way up with a full production team, so we ain't on that Candace Owens shit yet, which I want to talk about her a little bit, but anyways, but yeah, so I started doing all different kinds of content over there. Long story short, the more I did YouTube, obviously I'm reading the guidelines, I'm reading all the different stuff that YouTube send you as far as emails, etc., trying to grow and shit like that. And I'm starting it. That's when I learned that, okay, too much different type of content of a variety channel, which is, that's why I put this variety channel, it's just gonna have too many different audiences. And once I learned about the audience thing, I think I took that, I hyper obsessed with audience, like what I'm doing for audience, which is why I did start over my vlog channel, because once my main channel became monetizable, the dance things, and I ain't gonna lie, I mean, I'm be honest with myself, they look way more sexual than they are. You will watch one of them videos and think that it's just a whole bunch of nothing but sexual themed shit, but if you was in the part, you know it was there was a dancing time and era / art for that, and it wasn't showcased 100% properly, I should say that. And I can go in deeper about that a whole nother time, because once again, I know we short on time over here. But that's why I wasn't be able to be monetized on the main channel, because they said it's too much sexually suggested videos over there, and they said if I want to do that, I should delete that. Now mind you, the main reason why I even recorded those videos in the first place, it was due to memories. It was not due to trying to grow on YouTube. It had nothing to do with, hey, I want to get this many followers or subscribers or people that mess with this type of content over here on YouTube, so let me do all X, Y, and Z. It was nothing ever like that at all. So the main thing with that is just like, yeah, man, I got the monetization, I hit the watch hours, got the subscribers on deck, all that shit. They monetized me, unmonetized me because they like that. And then I was like, you know what, it's time for me to branch off from this channel. I got too much different shit I don't want to delete. That was the main thing. Now, if I wanted to delete that, I would have a monetized channel right now. I would just delete all that shit, start making, refurbish it with different content. I already got the established subscriber rate. It's at 2,400 some subscribers over there, and at the end of the day, it's one of them things that pay me, because it was finally like the mark I hit, and I can't even do what I really want to do because I was growing with YouTube. YouTube came out 2005. I started uploading in 2010, and it still wasn't where it's nowhere near as polished where it was at even 3 years after that. Even in 2013, it became way more polished than 2010 from when I started. So with that just being said, man, I wind up saying fuck it. I want to start a new channel, which is why I do have a new vlog channel. I've always been a gamer, always been, once again, into like entertainment type stuff. So into movies, games, I would say comics, but comic book characters, I haven't read like comics, so I don't want to mix that up with nobody that's a real comic head. Stuff like that. So I definitely had a nerdy side too, which is then I started a gaming channel. I've been a gamer since day one, since Super Nintendo / Nintendo was out. I've been a gamer since day one. It just wasn't. It wasn't. I never had the equipment to really stream or make gaming content, which now I do, obviously. So that's why I started a whole gaming channel. So obviously, take y'all down the line. I've now had redid my vlog channel, because I love vlogs. I love vlogging. Vlogging is a passion. I would never get sick of vlogging. That's just me. So start a new vlog channel, got a gaming channel on deck, because I love to make video game content. I know mashing a vlog and gaming content together is just like You know, it was a no-no from what I understood now. I understand the YouTube things now. So I got these new channels now. And then I wind up making this channel we on right now, which is the Red Dragon Archive, which this has been my baby in the cut, because I just really don't want to F nothing up over here too hard as far as like getting too far away or having the audience feel like I'm getting too far away from what my original sense was. And I think I don't want to make that mistake that I made all them years ago, thinking that I need to stick to a certain amount of content if the whole point of my content is awareness, and I got it in my description. I'm sending it from day one. That's damn near that variety that I'm speaking about, that I like to make, these things I like to get into, the things I like to break down. That's a variety of things. So I don't want to make that same mistake and not make it and try to make something catered to just one little area. And then at the same time, I don't want to just look like I'm making content just for clicks and views. I'm not that person. I do like the clicks and views. Once again, I'm gonna get into that. I do like making content and then getting clicks and views. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not clout chasing. When I make content, I just want it to be organic. I want people to organically like it, and it's not because I'm a dude on here who's trying for somebody like. And then, but yeah, other than that, you know, so vlog channel, gaming channel, we on Red Dragon Archive channel. This is pretty much like my, you know, breakdown news channel. We talk about all this different stuff. It's an awareness channel. And then lastly but not leastly, which I haven't even posted nothing on there for real of myself too much, is my fight channel. I'm also into, you know, fighting / violence, if that makes sense. So it's one of them things that I realized, like, I just don't want to I could have messed up me training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and then me showing me training Muay Thai, whatever the case may be, on my vlog channel. I could definitely do that, because it's kind of like, it feel like the same type of vibe. But then again, everybody not into fighting. You know, everybody not into violence. The majority of people is not even confrontational people on the planet, from my understanding. So yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. And yeah, just know that I just want to push that out. And like I said, I want to make this video due to the simple fact I had a conversation with somebody, and I was telling her how another female pretty much thought that, because I'm trying to tell y'all why I say all this. I say everything I know about YouTube now to say this, as far as like, she thinking that people that's looking at her, you know, stories or some shit like that, it's just like, it's magically all these people, right? And her shit is sexually suggestive, is what I'm trying to say, which is why I'm trying to tread, not lightly, but I'm just trying to tread respectfully, is what I'm trying to do. Cause I can get real disrespectful, but I'm not. It's just what it treads around. And in my head, I was just like, oh, really? And I remember challenging them, like, well, how about you make a YouTube channel you make, and then see if you get them same type of views? How about you start talking in your stories instead of posting cheeks and shit like that, and then see what happens off that? There's a false sense of security that I think certain women get based off of what they might get on a story, or even an Instagram post, shit, even a Facebook post. You know, like, a lot of times it's a bunch of males that's there because of what they're looking at. There's no real extended content, let me say that. There's no real thought process behind the content. And then obviously at the end of the day, if you is getting some money, etc., etc., not even from content, by the way, but I guess in life, then yeah, you can feel like you got somewhere, or you got up one on somebody that's been creating content, that understands the background / business side of this shit, that's in and out, and how hard it really is to stabilize a fan base or a subscriber base / supporter base, whatever you want to call it. Other than me just posting something that I can make in literally 2 seconds and throw it up, that's, you know how fast that content can go if I could do something like that where no brain cells involved. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to point that out and make this video and have this kind of in the archive, of course, because this is one of them things I'm definitely gonna come back to in the near future. And once again, y'all, I do got a podcast that's gonna be coming up. I'm planning one, and hopefully all ends well with that. I got a guest that I'm gonna have on there as well. We're gonna be talking about a few things. And I'm be getting some podcast ideas from my gaming community as far as like what they want to hear. But you already know I got crazy ideas on deck. Just know the main reason why I'm not really consistent on anything is always personal life. As far as like I always debate when I shoot, where do I want to shoot? That's like, and this is crazy. Once again, I know this video went way too long. It went longer than I even wanted it to, but it's always where I want to shoot and then what I want to, you know, talk about when I do shoot / how do I want to format it. Do I want to put up screenshots? Do I want to put up video, etc., mesh stuff in? Or do I just want to talking head video? That's really honestly the main thing that slowed me down now. But before, if you look at my older content, I ain't give a fuck. I had the shitty camera, I had the shitty angles, I had everything was shitty, but I would just produce. And now it's just like, I don't like that. I mean, I just don't want to do it like that. So I overthink. I ain't gonna lie. So I do overthink. You know, I'm a Leo at the end of the day. I overthink a lot. And I feel like if the shit ain't gonna be perfect, don't post. But with that being said, I am about to go. Now that I feel like I got a confirmed, as far as like I'm in my fuck it mode again. I'm gonna shoot / whatever, wherever I'm at. If I'm gonna be shooting it here from here on out, fuck it. I'm about to just have my where I'm shooting at and call it a day, and then get my content out, and then worry about the beautiful side of everything later. Cause I'm an aesthetic type person. So as long as I got my contrast on deck, that's it. With that being said, man, you already know what it is. It's Red Dragon. I'm out. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the video, like it. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all in the next one.